Yo, what's going on, people? 1 second, Matisse is just patterning up. What you saying, bro?
Bro, I'm still vexed. The day is just going terribly. Man's having nosebleeds. Man's listening to DG on IG live, and it's just long.
I thought you man were gonna beat them. I can't even lie, but Arsenal are so bad, yeah, that it's like even though they won, they didn't deserve to win. Though. You lot just didn't deserve to win. Like that game was dead, fam.
Bro, all of our worst performances this season have come against Arsenal. We've won like 3 games out of the last 14 against them. We've lost the FA Cup final. Then we've lost at the Emirates, which was the worst performance of the season. And we lose at home in a game where we could have solidified top 4. Fam, yeah, damn right I'm in the bathroom, fam. Man don't even want to move today. I'm so pissed. I'm not, man, I doubled up all these streams. I was like, okay, cool. We're going to play Arsenal yesterday. We're going to win. Then I'm going to have the morning stream. Then I got this one to troll DG. I got Joe later and Pippa. Man, I've overbooked myself. I should have said nothing, fam.
This is what happens, my bro. This is what happens. But you know what? As someone pointed out earlier, it keeps the top 4 race very interesting now because it's like you man have given Leicester and West Ham a lifeline now, and Liverpool for that matter.
Yeah. Such a poor performance, man. And we got Leicester and Villa next. So instead of having those games to like not even rest, but rotate or take the pressure off, Chelsea, once again, they got to let it go into the final day of the season. I'm still confident we'll make it, but we're just making it difficult for ourselves because now we need you guys to beat Liverpool today. I have no idea what kind of team you're going to put out.
We'll put out a strong team, but I don't think we'll beat Liverpool. The best you can hope for is a draw from United today, I think.
Oh, Lord.
I don't know if that helps you, lot.
Yeah, every little helps, as Tesco saying it. It's one of them ones where beggars can't be choosers. If you're going to lose against Arsenal at home, a mid-table team, then of course, 100%, man, book the victory lap, guard of honor today.
Bruv, last 3 games are West Brom, Burnley, and Palace, bro.
Do you know what I mean? It's ridiculous. And I don't know, man. The performance was just not right, man. I said going into that game, I said there should be no complacency. There should be no ego in terms of the players thinking that they're too good for Arsenal because we just got our ass whooped to Arsenal earlier on the season. So all we had to do was play that video clip of that game, and that should be your motivation going into the match. You know you're playing for your FA Cup final places, and you know you can guarantee top 4 basically, not mathematically, but basically guarantee it with that win. But once again, Chelsea, they struggle against Southampton. They struggle against Leeds. They struggle against Brighton, West Brom, and now Arsenal. All of these mid-table to struggling teams, they can't beat. Only the big games.
Bruv, look at West Ham's last 3 games and Liverpool's last 3 is peak, bro. Leicester got Chelsea and Spurs. You've got a hard finish as well, bruv. Listen, boy, it could be a West Ham or thingy mad thing still.
I'm still confident, but
you should be. You should be because your team play well. But you know what? Yeah, I respect your manager for coming out and saying that maybe, you know what I mean, his selection and maybe a few things, like kind of just never set the right tone for the team, innit? And sometimes people need to realize this. I say this so many times, when I'm doing these things. There's a lot of things I say that and people chat shit and say, oh, you're hating, and then someone else says it and then they're like, all right, cool. And another thing is the manager's selection, sets the tone for the game, whether you like it or not. If your manager makes 7-8 changes, it tells the team straight away that we're not taking this game seriously. It tells them that. Do you know what I mean? So straight away, if a manager makes too many changes, the attitude that you're going to get out of certain players, bro, it's up and down, bro. It's complacency, bro. You know what I mean?
It's crazy, though, because these players will be the same ones complaining, saying, oh, I didn't get my chance. Why am I not in this team? Why am I not in this Champions League final team? Well, here's why. Do you know what I'm saying? Because you've been given your opportunity to do your thing and you haven't taken it. And I can't really, I think he's taken a lot of responsibility and I give him a lot of credit for that. But I honestly don't feel like he needs to take as much responsibility as he's taken because the team that we put out was still strong. Zuma, French international. Thiago Silva, Aspilicueta in the back line. That's a strong team. You've got Reece James, you've got Chilwell. They're the usual wing backs. Kepa was the one change, I think, to prepare him and get him matched up for the FA Cup final because he's the cup goalkeeper. You got Jorginho and Gilmour. I didn't like that blend personally, but I know Kante, it came out afterwards. He had a little niggle, so he couldn't play. And we know Cove was out, so he had no choice there. But I don't like that balance because they both try and do the same thing. They both want as many touches as possible. They both want to dictate the build-up. We'll get to that goal in a minute. And then, I mean, you had Kai, you had Pulisic, and you had Mount. So it's a very strong team. So this is why I'm really more inclined to blame the players for just not giving two shits. Like, they played that second half like they didn't need a goal. It's crazy.
Yeah, but of course. But what I'm saying is, you see, when the manager makes that amount of changes, it's hard to get urgency out of players because the players know the game's not important when the manager does that, bro. Like, it's subconscious. It's not something that you can switch on and off, bro. It's not. It's just like when I saw the United lineup against Leicester, I knew we were going to lose.
Oh, that was that was
I know, but I'm saying, as bad as Leicester played, I knew we were still going to lose. Do you know what I mean? Because it's like, you can't make a bagger man take the game seriously if you're not taking it seriously with your selection. Do you know what I mean? And when I'm looking at that, yeah, Gilmour and George, yeah, like, come on, bro.
George usually starts.
George is a baller, but with Gilmour and that, like, it's not serious, innit? Like, when you see Gilmour starting in the Prem, everyone knows it's not a game that you have to win.
But
it's not. And
Gilmour started against Man City.
I hear that. I hear that, but to me, when I see Billy Gilmour, I'm thinking this must be the League Cup, like, 3rd round or something. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's just how it is, bro. And that's me from someone who don't support Chelsea and doesn't watch Chelsea. So imagine if you're one of the players, you're like, oh, well, it's not that important.
They shouldn't be thinking that, though.
They shouldn't, but they are, bro. They're human. They're human beings, though. You know what I mean? They're in two cup finals, my bro. Do you know what I mean? So they're like, bro, man need to win these trophies, blood. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just like, boom. The way they look at it is probably like, cool, we just win a trophy. That's just what it is, bro. And to be fair, Arsenal, like my man said, Arsenal made changes as well, bro. Arsenal are so shit, yeah. They can make changes every game. Like, legit. Like, it doesn't matter if Arsenal made changes because they're awful, blood. Sometimes the changes, it's almost like the weaker the team Arsenal play, the better they play, blood. Because when they play their big names, they play shit. When they play a team full of the youth players, they actually look better. Do you know what I mean? So it's not really the same. It's not really the same. A man said City rotate all the time. Man City's squad is a joke, blood. That's not even rotation. That's just a piss take. You know what I'm saying? Like, City's thing's different.
I saw that comment there about Tuchel underestimating Arsenal. I disagree, man, because I think the only players in that team that don't usually start is Zuma, Kepa, and Gilmour. You go through.
I think the team was good enough to beat Arsenal. Bro.
Yeah, go through the rest of that team. They all start. They all usually start, or they're all near the start. Like, there's a couple players that are not 100% always involved in the starting 11, like Havertz. Sometimes it's Werner. There's a lot of depth, but that team, nah, man, they should be able to win that game. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Matisse, what do you think about this comment here, bro?
Listen, would you blame Jorginho's pass or Kepa? I'm not blaming Kepa's positioning because Kepa made an angle for Jorginho to get in his eye line to make it easier for him to see him. So I'm not going to blame Kepa. As Jorginho, you've got to be picking your head up and knowing what's around you in terms of that's your job. Your job is to scan. Your job is to be aware. Your job is to be press resistant. Your job is to not only be part of the build-up, to organize the build-up. So you should know where your goalkeeper is when you receive the ball. You can't just be passing aimlessly. So the only person I'm not blaming for that goal is Kepa. I'm putting some of the blame on Jorginho, quite a lot of it, because he's the one I expect to be able to handle those situations better. And I'm putting some of the blame on Zuma. Because I saw Zuma's passing options on that left-hand side, and this brother just made the wrong passing option. Like, he made the wrong choice. He had an opportunity, and this is why I want a left-footed, left-sided centre-back after Rudiger long-term, like Mark Gahey coming back from the Swansea team, because a left-footed centre-back passes that down the line to Chilwell. Jorginho's job was to attract the Arsenal forwards and bait them into the press, and he did his job. If you look in that freeze frame, Chilwell and Gilmour were making the movements behind that first press line. You pass it behind, and then you've got your way in, and then you start your attack, and you start going forward. But this brother wanted to pass it sideways. Why?
But brother, I've been telling man about Zuma as well. Some of your fans rate him. Kurt Zuma's shit. I told man already, bro. He's the Black Phil Jones, blood. That's all he is, bro. All he is he's got a bit of athleticism, yeah. He's shit on the ball. Do you know what I mean? And he's not even great in tackling. He just got recovery pace. He's a clumsy player, bro. He's awful. I don't know how man rate this guy, bro. The one thing I would say is, I don't know if there was any communication between George and the goalkeeper. I don't know, innit? Because if the goalkeeper's called for it and he's played it without looking up, then it's not his fault. But I don't know if the goalkeeper's called for it. So I can't blame anyone in that instance before Zuma, blood. You always have to look and think, how the fuck did we get in this situation in the first place? Do you know what I'm saying? And the thing is, when you put a man in a position, to make a mistake, you're in trouble, blood.
Why am I cutting? Why am I cutting? I didn't even say nothing. Why am I cutting? Why am I cutting?
Man said, yo, watch when man buck you at the bridge and
hey, listen, carry on what you're talking about, man.
Face. I'm like, no, I'm gone.
I know, man. I'm here to listen about football and that, man. Come on. What happened last night, Matisse? What did you do last night?
Oh, fam.
But smoked at your own back door. That's what happened, man. Listen, how much times we got to do this slapping on you, man, now, man? What's going on, Matisse, now? That's 3 in a row now. It's light work, man. We brought it to you at Wembley, brought it to you at our place, knocking on your door, asking Auntie, where's Matisse? Like, I don't know what's going on, man. But yeah, man, I'm happy we won, man. Matisse, you was chatting a lot, man. I'm on you still. Where's them Cobham Utes? Where's them on Cobham Utes? All I know is there's them Cobham Utes, brother. Because Smith Rowe was at it, but I heard Mason Mount, this, Reece James, that, and they're all good players, and I'll put my agenda aside, but it's a fuck you, man, thing right now, boy. I can't lie. Excuse me, sir, what team do you support and all them things? I can't lie. Come back, bro. Come back, man, because your season's been better than ours. But it's nice to win against you, man, regardless of how collapse my thing's been, man. I can't lie. Where you lot been in terms of the game, though? What conversations did I cut into?
We're talking about the goal, innit? Man are saying who's to blame. Certain man are saying it's the keeper. Certain man are saying it's Jorginho. Let me tell you something, yeah? Firstly, this is spot on. Zuma had 2 progressive options, yeah? And he decided to go sideways and backwards, bro.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, that's unacceptable, bruv. Those are hospital passes. Because when you pass a guy the ball in a position where he does not want it, whatever else happens after that, it's your fault, blood.
You've collapsed it.
You've collapsed it, bruv. Bruv, that's why they call it a hospital ball, blood. Nothing good comes from them things, bro.
Can't lie. I hear that, sorry, bro. I hear that, but I can't lie. For me, it's Jorginho, because just before that, it kind of happened. Just before that, if everyone watches that game again, El Nene kind of pressed it and dead it. And when I watch the game again, Jorginho's looking down. Obviously, 9 times out of 10, that pass comes off. He's a good player, but he's messed up. So Zuma, I hear what you lot are saying. Zuma's begun it, but I can't lie. Jorginho looks up, he gets the assessment of Smith Rowe, and that goal don't happen, in my opinion.
Zuma's not a ball playing centre back, and Zuma won't use his left foot. Like he purposefully turns in on his right and narrows the pitch when he could have opened up the space. If you have a left footer there, he opens up the pitch, he makes the pitch bigger, and he passes it down the line. And he takes the progressive pass. Zuma's the complete opposite of that. And then Jorginho, the reason why I give it slightly more to Jorginho, even though I know Zuma's made a massive error there in even picking that pass, is because my expectations for Jorginho is higher than Zuma in those circumstances. So I know that Zuma can't pass. I know Zuma can't pass. So I knew Zuma potentially would take that narrow option. But because Jorginho this is his bread and butter, I expected you to have your head up. You could have took a touch there. You could have like Jorginho is very press resistant in these situations. So for him to just play that pass blindly,
it's like 2 days ago.
So shocking to me. But Zuma's gone from being, by our fan base, quote unquote, being the best centre back last season in a back 4 to being the one at the bottom of the pecking order now. He doesn't start over Rudiger, so we'll see if he's the one that's at risk at the moment, because he's not a ball playing centre back. Ampadu's a ball playing centre back. I know he's at Sheffield United, got relegated, but you know, if Tuchel likes him and he takes a look in at him from his Leipzig loan as well, he might be a backup player. Mark Gahey at Swansea, another ball playing centre back.
He's had a good season still.
Really good season. Again, another brother I trust on the ball. So you got players coming.
What about that other you? Someone said it in the comments, that Sarr guy. I swear you loaned him out.
Malone Sarr is a different one for me.
I'm not freeing him. I don't know what his thing is.
I think he's just a profit player. We signed him for free last summer, loaned him out to Porto. He's not a regular starter. We'll make 10 million buck on that, move it on FFP. Simple. Yeah. Long.
No, but you know what? while I'm here, I'm going to watch this goal again, bruv.
Yeah,
You know, like that.
Pre it now, because it's all collapsing. You know, that's an Arsenal goal. I speak about them sort of goals every week on my channel. It's like it starts off at one guy, but there's one fundamental to blame. It's like, and for me, Chelsea should, for obvious reasons, you should just be a bit more switched on. Clearly, Zuma's
no. Zuma, blood.
Yeah, Zuma's the guy with too much time to think he collapses it.
Blood. Listen, I'm seeing Ben Chilwell there on the chalk. Easy pass. My man passes across the width of his goal. Jorginho plays the ball back here. Blind, doesn't look for the goalkeeper. Do you know what I'm saying? But the mad thing is, yeah, Jorginho scans over his shoulder. He has a look and he sees that there's no pass across, so he tries to go back to the goalkeeper.
This is what I'm talking about.
The goalkeeper is not within the width of his goal for whatever reason. So he probably thinks that the goalkeeper's in the goal because that's what you think, innit? Footballers think the goalkeeper's in the goal because they're the goalkeeper. They keep the goal, innit? So he didn't look up, yeah? But there wasn't a lot of power on the pass, but still, it is kind of his fault because it's like you shouldn't really pass within the width of the goal, really. You shouldn't really
stop
with that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you shouldn't. To be fair, there wasn't if there was more pace on it, it would have gone straight in. So it wasn't, he didn't overhit it, yeah, but he didn't take care with the pass. He didn't take care with the pass at all. Like 9 times out of 10, the goalkeeper is there though, innit? Like, I don't know why the goalkeeper was there, like he was trying to get involved or something. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if Kepa's got feet like that.
He was loving it.
Kepa wanted to try and do a little like an Emerson.
Tried to violate us with Kepa. He tried to play his way into that FA Cup final.
But if he plays the ball to Chilwell, yeah, that goal doesn't happen.
It doesn't happen. But that's what I mean. Zuma's one of them defenders. When you got too much time to think, you're going to do collapse stuff. And he's on his left side, like you said, Matty. So he's having to think anyways. And arguably, for me, that screams his concentration's gone because in that game, obviously, there was large periods. You lot had the ball. We're in our home half. It is what it is. You know, one glorious thing is you lot are just sideways and whatnot. Zuma had a lot of that. So his concentration probably dipped anyways in the build-up.
This comment's spot on. How a professional footballer is not confident passing the football with their left foot, I will never know.
5 yards as well.
5 yards. Come on now.
Come on, bro.
But could he have just slapped him on the right-hand side? I don't fault what he did with Aspilicueta, but I swear Aspilicueta back in the days did a left-hand side sort of thing.
I think he played
a bit more intelligent. Yeah, he's a bit more intelligent. Maybe it's fine margin still, but this is why we love football. That one time it happens.
Yeah, it's a weird thing with football. Like in them situations, there's always multiple things that could have been done. Yeah, do you know what I mean? But we're talking about putting out a fire that should have never been started in the first place. So it starts with Zuma, and then it goes to Jorginho. You know what I mean? The goalkeeper could have done absolutely nothing. His positioning wasn't great. I'm not gonna lie. However, do you know what I mean? It's kind of like I don't know what he was doing there, bro.
Like, man.
Because if you're there as a goalkeeper, you've got to be screaming for the ball, bruv. Get involved. You can't just be standing there like watching the game. It looks like he wanted a closer look of what was going on. I don't understand why the keeper was literally outside. He was outside the width of his 6 yard.
He was tweaking.
I think I don't know why he was there. And he wasn't showing for it there either. He was just standing there watching the game. He was just like
probably asking someone for chip or something, man.
I don't know what he was doing, bro. Do you know what I mean? That was kalam.
Because I think he was just trying to create a passing angle that was more inviting.
But he didn't call for it, though.
He didn't call for it. So if you're going to do
protect your backside, your goal, bro.
I understand your positioning because you're trying to create an easier pass. Like you don't have to play it across your goal because I'm out here creating a triangle for you.
But you have to call for it if you do that.
But then you got to call.
You can't just make the angle and just expect that man's gonna know you're there because he's looking for blue shirts. He's not looking for the goalkeeper. He assumes the goalkeeper's gonna be in the goal, just like you expect the manager's gonna be in the dugout. You know them, man. Like if you're looking for your manager, you look to the dugout. You know what I mean? Man ain't looking in the crowd for the manager. You know, like that, bruv. You know where the manager's gonna be. The goalkeeper has to be in the goal, blood. I shouldn't have to look.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, where would have been the next sequence of play? Like for me, as I said, the mistakes with Jorginho, but it's like if Jorginho, like you said, if the pass worked, where would have the next sequence of play been? It probably would have been to Thiago Silva as Aspilicueta.
Just open out Kepa, and then boom.
Yeah. So Kepa is tweaking as well.
Yeah, Kepa's moving mad, bruv. He shouldn't be there. And if he's there, he needs to make it known that he's there. Do you know what I mean? Man could have just shouted, yeah, left shoulder, cool. Man bouncy. That's it. Jorginho's passed the ball, yeah, not with a lot of pace on it, and it's not right in the middle of the goal either. It's like, bruv, why are you there if you're not calling for the ball, bro? That's what man do. They hide in football matches. You see it too much. Man make angle, but they don't call for it. Do you know what I'm saying? So when man say Jorginho didn't look for the goal, you don't need to look for the goal. I'm a striker, but I don't look for the goal when I shoot. The goal don't move. You know, like that. I know where the goal is. You know, like that. If I receive the ball within the D of the box, I know I'm within the goalpost. I don't need to look for the goal. I just clear it. You know, like that. So if I receive the ball here, I can just roll it back. I know where the goal is. Do you know what I mean? And my goalkeeper should be in the goal. Literally. Do you know what I'm saying? If my keeper's not in the goal, what are you doing, bro? You know, like that. I don't understand, bro. That's why it's weird, isn't it? There's bare man at fault. Jorginho,
it just didn't need to happen.
They didn't. There's a catalogue of errors, bro. Like Jorginho should have looked up. The goalkeeper shouldn't have been there without calling. And Zuma should have just given it to Chilwell. And Chilwell could have either come back inside or he could have just played it down the line. Literally, all them man fucked it. All of them. All of them fucked it. Do you know what I mean? So I have to say, bro, like as you said, it is a calam. It is a proper Arsenal.
The only good thing I can get out of this is if Arteta stays in the job next season.
Listen, bro, all of that's dead. I know you're trying to plan stuff. We're gonna have our L's, but our L's ain't today. We've been having L's. Yesterday was a W. Our season's been dead. It's calm, but I know
the only thing I'm taking from this.
I can see the anger in your eyes. That's why it's cool.
Man. The FA Cup, the Emirates, this game.
I'm surprised the glasses ain't broken, bro.
That's got to keep a brother in his job, surely.
It's true, man. I don't mind Arteta. Listen, if Arteta just wants to beat you, man, you know, can we play you every week?
Do you know what? Yeah, and outside of this. Kai Havertz shot. What the hell was that?
Bro, see, we did it Arsenal. We tried to bust you. Your manager's crying about stuff. We tried to bust you. We was on the draw thing. We had to try very hard. We're vibes. You lot provided vibes. So we turned up and done our thing.
That's as simple as that. That 1v1 with Kai, I don't know what Kai was on with that.
I don't know what he was on.
I missed the whole target. Oh my lord!
And this is where you find out men are not strikers, isn't it? In positions like that, they can do all the sexy stuff, but when it comes down to the meat and veg, man ain't
exactly. But we was loving it. You had no one to mark. Like, you not drop back. We're here to defend. Leno looked good yesterday, because we're just kicking it long. Shout out to Leno. It's you know, we weren't trying to play football. We were doing what Arteta is good at in being an underdog. You know, defending, will react, and it came down to Chelsea not concentrating, and we benefited. For once, it's fine margins that we get through. Obviously, on a serious note, we'd like to see better football. We'd like to see, for me, I think we started very well. We done all right, but I just feel we need to offer a bit more. We didn't really have a plan in that regard. But yeah, man, you lot lost in it.
Yeah, that's it, bro. That's all that matters, and it just heats up that top 4 race. Big up, King Shango, bro. 100% agreed, bro. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, DG plays ball now, bro. Bro, you expect some information on a pass.
This is it.
If Zuma's gonna play that ball inside, time or man on, or left shoulder,
something,
or hold, or something. You just play man the ball, bro. He had loads of time. When you watch it back, he had so much time. If somebody communicated with him and said time,
he could have got out.
He doesn't play that pass.
This is it. This is it.
And even the goalkeeper could have said, "Yo, left shoulder or time." Or something. The goalkeeper just
could have held on to it and got out of that, really.
Bro, like, he could have dribbled it out of that, bro. He's got good feet. He's a midfielder.
Yeah, he could get out. He could have got out of that.
100%. He could have opened up, turned, got a head up, and probably passed it forward.
Done something else.
If he knew he had time on the ball. There was no communication, and it's basic football. There's no crowd in there. What's the excuse?
This is it.
What's the excuse, bruv? There's no excuse. Do you know what I mean? So, literally, there's so many men at fault for that goal. It is calam, bro, and it's not like Chelsea couldn't have done more.
But that's what I was telling Matisse. That's what I was telling Matisse. I was like, as much as, and you know, from a banter aside, I can give Tuchel so many flowers. I think he's a great manager. He's doing what he's doing, and he's doing big things. But I think when I scrutinize that Chelsea team, 2 points you can exploit is they only have one real way of playing. They're a bit like Arsenal's prime Wenger side in the Emirates, in that it's side to side. It's very nice. Unless Giroud comes on, you're not going to see much different. And Arsenal are having a back five anyways. And you do have individual errors here and there. You're susceptible to brain farts, like Christensen the other day. It was Zuma. Now, whether these guys are going to be there long term, literally just handed it to Arsenal. And even Arsenal, as hard as it's been, will take advantage. It just didn't need to happen, really. And away from that, I was not disappointed, obviously, but when you look at it neutrally, it's like Chelsea, you're intelligent players, or the manager's intelligent. You could see Pulisic is receiving it on the halfway line. Mount is clearly, I think Arsenal have given a man marking job. Everyone's just getting tight. Kai Havertz, like you said, it's the sexy stuff, but if you're not playing ball, it's irrelevant. And you're setting up. We're the best team. We're the best team in the world when there's no pressure. Anyways, we're definitely going to be the best team when there's no consistent focal point. It's just, I was thinking, Chelsea really is this really happening?
Drew came on, and
instantly having half chances as well.
Line just went high, but you just changed. Like for some reason, then you remember just going long kicks and high line.
Yeah, squeeze man up.
Yeah,
that's what we was on. Like clearly, you heard Holden speak about it as well. He's like, we worked on somehow, and it worked. It's like we worked on everybody 1v1. When you're on that and you're scared of letting down the collective, that's what's going to happen. We know Chelsea, they're going to flood that midfield. They're going to destroy us. We ain't got their ballers. We ain't got the ballers. As much as I would have liked to have seen a bit more attacking intent, people, myself included, if we tried to do that, we would have got eaten up. So we're just on a defending thing. We're just on a Burnley thing. And it's ugly. It's not pretty. Again, as an Arsenal fan, these are just minimal moments in a whole season over 38 games. But they work from time to time. This is why I can't really buy comments with, small hopes of Europe. Can we do this? Can we do that? This is what the team's about. We will do this. We'll win. We've beat both you man's teams. You lot are going to finish ahead of us. We'll be able to say and made for bragging rights, if you can put it like that, that we beat you lot, but consistently it's not good enough. So it's like, we didn't really learn too much about Arteta. We've learned what we've known about him is that he can do the underdog thing. He can react to what Tuchel is going to do or not do and things like that without really stamping his own mark on the game, because it could have went another way. Smith Rowe had a brilliant game, but Smith Rowe wants to get on the ball and be narrow, as does Odegaard. You could see how there was overloading. Personally, if I was Tuchel, I'd be very disappointed I didn't get a goal from my right-hand side, because I was looking at that. I was thinking, Aspilicueta, Reece James, they're going to make something happen. He tried to bring on Hudson-Odoi. It worked for a bit. Obviously, he's a fake tug in terms of these young G's, and it didn't happen at that moment. But it's just disappointing from a tactical point of view, man. Maybe Tuchel allowed it, but who knows, man.
Yeah, 100%, bruv. Big up, Jesse. Yeah, 100%, bro. Listen, football, yeah, it's one of them things where if you ain't played ball, yeah, and at any level, bro, even if you play on Saturdays and Sundays, yeah, there's certain things that has to happen, bro. How many times a man paid you a calam pass, you think you got time, you turn, and someone's clarted you up in the air? And I'm like, bruv,
head gone.
Either pass the ball with some information on it, or don't give it to me. I didn't ask for it. Like you can tell when a man wants the ball, innit? And it's one of them ones where, bruv, if you ain't kick ball, yeah, there's certain things you're just not gonna understand, bro. It's just like if you've never been in a boxing ring, yeah, when man say, oh yeah, you should have ducked. Yeah, all right, bruv. Like you should have ducked, bruv. If you ain't had your head spun, bro, if you ain't been punched square in the nose and your eyes are watering and you can't see blood and you got a minute and a half to survive, bruv, and everything starts moving, eyes are watering, you can't breathe, and you don't know where man is, and you're just tucked in the corner, bro, you don't know. You know them ones. There's only certain things, yeah, that you can know by experiencing it, bro. If you ain't been punched in the face, you don't know how it feels. Trust me, however you think it feels worse. You know, like that. So it's one of them ones where, bruv, when man are criticizing certain man, yeah, if you ain't been in that situation, you don't understand, bro. It's not that simple, blood. Like, man are like, oh yeah, that he had bare time, he should have taken a touch and that. But bruv, you do not know how man was feeling, bro. So, in football, sometimes you feel like you got more time than you have, blood. You know what that was? And sometimes you feel like you ain't got as much time as you had. That's why a man talking to you and saying, yo, time, or hold, or turn. Them little things makes the difference, bro. Put some information on it, bro. Because in football, the pitch is always changing. It's a dynamic sport. Man ain't standing still. So just because you had space when you called for it, that don't mean by the time the ball gets to you, you still got space. You know what I mean? That's why the man that's facing the play has to put information on the pass. Have to, bro. And if they don't, do you know what I'm saying? You're not helping out your teammate, bro.
And that's where Kepa's gone wrong as well, because as a keeper, you're the eyes and ears of the team. You can see everything. That's where Kepa, I don't think he is to blame, but he's part of it. That's where he needs to do better. It's a talking man sport. That's as simple as it gets. You know, if Pep and all these managers weren't efficient talkers, then, you know, Matisse wouldn't be here on the eve of 2 cup finals and things like that. It doesn't matter what ideas you have. If you're not able to communicate it and whatnot, it's irrelevant. So no talking leads to errors like you saw yesterday.
Yeah, exactly. And like, where is it? Man said, where is it? Yeah, the best players, bruv, they give information on the pass without talking. You know why? Because they put the pass where it should be put.
You're telling the next man what to do when you play him.
You're making up their mind for them by
this is it.
by passing the ball in front of them because you want them to play forward. If you pass the ball behind a man and he has to receive it on his back foot, then turn into somewhere, bruv, why not just pass the ball in front of man? Because the amount of time that Zuma had, he could have played the ball in front of Jorginho and he could have just stepped out and played, but he's played it behind him.
Years ago.
Or he could have given it straight back to the goalkeeper instead of going across. Do you know what I mean? So there's so many different things that could have happened, in that instant, bro. And that's why when you got one player with no football IQ, blood, bro, it's a house of cards, bro. Especially a back three, because you need your back three is essentially midfielders. The onus is on them to play out from the back and carry it up and things like that.
Exactly. And this is my problem. The guys in the back three, every single one of them needs to be a ball playing centre back. Not two of them, not one of them, all of them. You're sacrificing a central midfielder for a defender. So you need to be able to step into midfield. If you're on the right side or the left side, you need to be able to step into midfield and open up the pitch. And if you're in the middle, and if you're in the middle, you better be able to play with the ball because you're probably going to get the most touches.
100%. And even this situation, this is exactly what I said. Fred got hammered for this goal against Leicester, It was Harry Maguire's fault. Fred's come in for the pass. He's got 2-3 men around him. Harry Maguire fizzes it into him instead of playing it out to Luke Shaw. Exact same thing happened. Fred gets dispossessed and we lose the ball. Obviously, Fred's created an angle, but either you play the ball earlier or you don't play it, bro. The man on the ball, the man on the ball is the guy that's in charge of where the ball goes. Just because the man asks for it, that don't mean he needs to get it. How many times do you ask for the ball on the pitch and man pass to someone else? Happens all the time. You got to pass to the guy that's on. You don't pass the man just because he wants it, blood. Everyone should fucking want it, blood. You know, like that. Sometimes 100%. When a man asks for the ball and I'm like, nah. There's 2 men on you.
There's 2 men on you. You're not made a run in your heart. And there's also that double whammy of you're calling for it, but in your heart, you don't want it.
But that's it.
And the thing is, calling for it to look like you're confident.
Yeah, like
bro,
to just
if I'm the centre back here, my number 6 is running towards me, calling for the ball. You're facing me, bruv. You're only gonna pass it straight back to me.
I'm gonna have to tell you time, or you're either gonna get caught lacking or give it back.
I'm either gonna have to pass the ball to you with information on it, But why would I do that when I can see what you can't? I might as well play the pass and step out. Why do I need to give you the ball so you can give it back to me so I can give it to someone else when I can just play it straight up? Don't make no sense.
You should be making the next run.
That's it. I'll be like, nah, I'll just put my foot on the ball and just tell him to fuck off. Do you know what I mean? And just step out, go that way. Do you know what I mean? The fact that you're playing the ball to man when his only option is to either turn on it when you don't need to turn because you're already facing that way, or you just bypass him and pass it out there.
This is the thing. If that was Thiago Silva you're talking about, he would have done that. But
Thiago's no way he would have passed that.
Yeah, Zuma's not the guy. Zuma's not going to take responsibility in possession. Zuma sees Jorginho and thinks, oh, that's the go-to guy when it comes to possession and build-up play. I'm going to give it to him in any situation and get rid of this ball. Zuma don't really want the ball when he's pressed. Everyone keeps telling me, oh, Zuma's not that bad on the ball as you say is. He's fine when he's not pressed. He's fine when you have to switch the play, when you got time. But when you're pressed and you have to make quick decisions in quick moments, in tight spaces, that's when you find out who can really play out from the back. That's when you know who can play out from the back. Switching the play 50 yards doesn't make you a ball-playing centre-back.
It doesn't. Bruv, every Premier League player can pick
letting them 60 yards if you give them that.
Real talk. If you leave, bruv, there's not a single Premier League player, probably except for Dan James, that if you give them space, they could ping a 60.
That's so deep.
Swear down, because that's how shit he is. You know the ones. But if you give man space, they could ping a 60-yard ball, bro. The worst player you can think of, they could ping a 60-yard ball with nobody on them. No one on them, bro. Do you know what I mean? So, bruv, like that don't mean nothing, bro. It's when you're stepping out from the back, break lines, boom, slap it. And it's only a 10-yard pass we're talking about here. We're not talking about nothing fancy. We're not talking about nothing fancy. So there's absolutely no fucking
simple pass.
There's no excuse. Bruv.
Like you said earlier, he's on the chalk. He's waiting for it.
Man said what? 80, 90, 100 grand a week. And man are talking about a week of foot. Get out of here. For a 5-yard pass. Bruv, if you can't play a 5-yard pass with your weaker foot, you shouldn't be playing Premier League.
At worst, it goes out for a throw-in. That is better than what transpired. You defend the throw-in, it keeps it moving.
It shouldn't be going out for a throw.
Yeah, it shouldn't, but that is better than what transpired. Like, you defend that, you deal with that. It just shouldn't have happened.
Some joke thing, bro. Do you know what I mean? And speaking of shit that you'll know about if you play the game, bruv. Obviously, there was the big debate going on with with Seska, Michael Owen, yeah. The man were talking about assists, and even Gabby as well was talking about it today on Talks. Was it today or yesterday on Talk Sport about assists and that?
Yeah.
And I hate the direction the game's going, bruv, in the sense that these man are crediting man with assists almost. They're giving them the same amount of praise as goal scorers, bro. And the thing is, it's not the same. Do you know what I mean? What constitutes as an assist in today's game is laughable, bro.
It really just
it's
depends
laughable.
on each individual.
Bro, these fucking assist stats are making players that aren't even creative players look creative, blood. They're not creative. They're just receiving the ball, yeah, in areas where they're going to be involved in the build-up and man are getting given assists. Like, prime example, last game United played against Leicester, yeah, Diallo got an assist here for his pass to Mason Greenwood.
Yeah.
For me, that ain't a fucking assist because Mason still has to beat a player and get a shot off. If I need to beat a man after you've passed me the ball, it's not an assist. You know, like that. An assist means, yeah,
you've put it on a plate.
You've put it on a plate for man. You've literally scored the goal for me. I've done the easy work. You know, like that. If
Not
you put the ball
ones.
in, bruv, if you whip the ball into a 6-yard box like a De Bruyne and Sterling comes in back post, bam, assist. Not you pass me the ball, then I dribbled past 3 man and put it in the top corner.
Yeah.
Too many man are getting assists like that, bro. It's a false image, bro. It's a false image.
If it's pure assist, it's calm. If it's the stats assisting, then I'm not with it. I think Cesc is on the pure thing.
Yeah, but Cesc is on the pure assist.
Chances. That's why.
But that's why Cesc is talking from his own experience.
Yeah,
it's just like if it's like an Ozil assist, a Cesc assist.
Yeah, them
David Silva assist.
Yeah.
You know them proper number 10s.
Yeah, them ones there. That's all cool.
That's
you know what I'm saying. But when you're passing a man the ball,
on a plate.
That's what I mean. When you're passing a man a ball, yeah. Do you know what I mean? And there's bare of these players in the modern day now that are getting attributed with bare assists, bro. There's a few on my team as well, not just Bruno. Man, I think that it's just Bruno, Rashford as well. All these man getting assists and stuff like that, where it's like, wow, you just passed the ball 5 yards to man, and then man clotted it, bro.
I'm sure Ryan Fraser had a season he had bare them.
Yeah. Ryan Fraser, them calam ones, bro. Them things are not assists, bro.
Go and look at Cesc Fabregas's pass against Burnley opening day Sherlock. That's an assist.
Yeah.
Remember that one? I think Ozil, he did a pre-assist and this brother passed it to someone that wasn't even in the picture. Then there was a cutback and then it went.
Yeah, there was a cutback after. Yeah, I remember. He bounced it on the half volley, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
These are the type of creative midfielders we're talking about. But these little like 5-yard passes and then man has to smash it in from 30 yards or whatever. You know what I mean? Like I remember there was a goal at Stoke. I think it was Joe Gomez was like down the left-hand side, passed it to Coutinho. And Coutinho made a run down the left-hand side, beat 2 man, and then curled it in top corner.
I'm saying, like, you just passed the ball. As silly as it sounds, you haven't assisted him, man. You just passed him the ball.
Bruv, there's a difference between an assist, yeah, and like you said, the pass before the goal, bro. A lot of the time, it's just a pass, bro. Sometimes a man's pass here has made the goal more difficult for me because the pass was shit, but man's still gonna get an assist. I'd be like, you didn't help me, blood.
Like who gave the ball? Who gave the ball to Hazard when he went past all them man against West Ham and then left footed in the bottom?
He got an assist.
I don't remember who gave him the ball,
bro. You know the amount of times I've seen players slap the ball in the box with mad power, yeah, and players have had to kind of control the ball into the net because you blasted it at man, and then you want to get an assist, bro. That ain't no assist, bro. You need to took my head off.
Yeah, just
you know, like that. Nah, bro. Like assist. Bruv, this is it, bro. Assist mean, yeah, like literally it's meant to mean that you've done everything. You've cooked the food for me, put it on a plate, and man just got to roll up and eat it, blood. That's
I ain't even got to put pepper sauce on nothing.
Nothing. You know when you give man a perfectly weighted through ball, a man can just finish it first time because the pass was so good.
He ain't got to make his mind up about nothing.
But that's what I'm saying. If you flipping square the ball to me in the box, yeah, and then I've got to control it because man have hit it too hard at me, and then get it out my feet and then beat the goalkeeper.
Nah.
Yeah, that ain't no assist, bro. I'm tired of seeing man get assists for that, bro. If I need to take more than 2 touches after you've played me the ball, it ain't no fucking assist, blood.
Chambers got one of them for Pepe's thing against West Brom.
Oh,
he's giving it to him, and he's just, obviously Pepe's done what he's needed to do.
Nah, bro. Like
moves, man, them used to walk it into the goal.
This is it.
That's
Literally
serious chance creation there. When man, them used to just be able to. I remember when people just used to be jogging on that Arsenal pitch because, like, Aubameyang, like, used to just be coming in back post for these tap-ins, just jogging into the box and getting a tap in. All the build-ups happen through Ozil and all these other man, and then it's just coming across the box, and Aubameyang's just jogging in,
finish your dinner
and going to hug. Yeah, just going. I don't, you know what I mean? That's why I'm like, you didn't even score, bro. Do you know what I mean? The rest of them did all the work.
Like where the move where it's one of the an assist for me generally is when you're not with all due respect to the goal score, you're not even focused on the goal. It's the pass, it's the build up to it, and all of those sort of things. It's like the goal is cool, but that made it happen. Like you said with the Kevins and the Ozils and the Sesses and people of that ilk. Like someone said Ozil against Leicester as well on the Emirates. That was superb bit of football.
This is
same with the Bergkamps as well, bruv.
Yeah.
Do you know the amount of Bergkamp assists when man done the Rants reacts, bro? Like Bergkamp was playing passes so perfectly weighted that man, bruv, you don't need to control the ball before you shoot. The ball's slowing down in front of you and just saying, all right, cool, finish.
Listen, literally, you don't have to think.
That's an assist, bro. That's a proper assist. Not none of these ones when you're clawing at a man's ankles, blood. Man's got to control it. Then drop a shoulder, beat an next man. Then I'm going round the goalkeeper as well. And then man is saying, yeah, assist. Nah, bro. Nah. You hindered, man, bro. Like, you tried to kill the move, blood, with a dead pass. Do you know what I'm saying? Man can put it down as a key pass. Do you know what I mean? Or a chance created, but it's not an assist, bro. Because if my touch wasn't on point, it ain't even a chance.
It's not even nothing. Like, half the time, it's a quick snap of individual brilliance and a man's banged it. It's like, it's not that really.
But there you go. And look at this stat here. Nobody has more big chances created than Salah. And he's not a creative player. So that stat is bollocks.
That's how you know it's with respect to Salah as well.
But that's what I mean. And that's why it tells you these stats are a joke, blood. There's nothing creative about Mo Salah. Mo Salah plays to score goals, blood. That is it. He's not creative.
Stat. How are they getting these metrics, man?
The brother ain't creative, bruv. You know what it is in the modern game now? You've got these quick wide forwards, yeah, that chase through balls, yeah, and then just spam it across the box. Spam it across the box without looking up. You know them ones, and then what? A man might get on the end of it, and then you get your little assist, bruv. I'm sure Werner's got a few of those. You know, like that. That's why man are saying, oh yeah, Werner, like he's selfless. No, bruv. He would rather score, but he can't finish.
A lot of Werner's assists are him running in behind,
and then squaring it.
And then squaring it, yeah.
There you go. That's not the same as a perfectly weighted through ball or a De Bruyne thing when he's whipping it round 4 man and it's dropping in the 6-yard box for man.
Yeah.
Well, how can you quantify those as the same?
Yeah.
Like you can't.
This is it.
And these stats give you a false image of who's a creative footballer and who isn't, bro. Most of the time, these men want to score, but they can't score. What's that, bro?
I said if you judge it on current stats, you'd think Robertson and Trent are 2 of the best in the league with respect to them in terms of creativity. It's where we all know it's not the case. Quality of stats are on the floor, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you know what I mean? Man said I think goal scorers are very overrated. Man can be goals for 90 minutes, score 2 tap-ins and for another man. Bro, I hear that too. Do you know what I mean? Coming from someone where I'd rather like create a goal with something great than score one. Obviously, scoring goals are nice, but do you know what I mean? I've seen players like Inzaghi and Chicharito and these man make a career of scoring tap-ins and that. So I get it, innit? They say that scoring a goal, yeah, is the hardest thing to do in football, yeah. I don't necessarily agree. I think creating a clear-cut opportunity is probably harder than scoring a goal, innit? Because when you're playing a perfectly weighted through pass like the Ozils, like the Fabregases, this is inches we're talking.
Simple football.
This is inches though, bro. Like you see, when I'm playing a perfectly weighted pass between 2 players, that's not too hard, so it's not going through to the goalkeeper, not under hit, so it's not getting cut out. You see the precision that it has to be. You don't have to be precise to score goals. Look at Jamie Vardy. He playing through on goal. He smashes the shit out of the ball. Yeah, you don't pick corners. You just blast it. Like honestly, yeah, like the goal's wide, innit? Like there's bare man that score goals and they're not hitting side nettings like Harry Kane hits side nettings. But a lot of these strikers are just blasting it, bro. Yeah. Like honestly, you don't have to be precise to score a goal if you're inside the box. You just got to hit it hard and hit it on target. You'll probably score as long as it's not straight at the keeper. So playing that pass is actually the more difficult skill. But because there's not a stat for that a lot of the time. Man don't really care about that. So you're right. There's a lot of men that are scrubby blood and score goals and that, but they're all-round game shit. And there's a lot of men that play beautiful passes and they're good on the ball. They take care of the ball, but the stats don't look good. And then they get rubbed out on football Twitter. So I get what you mean when you say like, I get what you mean when you say that, yeah, it's harder. It is harder to play the passes sometimes, and sometimes the goal scorers are overpraised. But, bruv, football's a game of winning, and you have to score goals to win. So ultimately, they're going to get that praise, innit?
Yeah.
They're going to get that praise. And that's why when you get someone like a Grealish or something like that, who maybe don't have the most amazing stats in terms of goals and assists and that, man will look at a player like a Salah or a Lukaku or something, yeah, that when you watch them, your eyes are bleeding, but their numbers are good. Honestly, bro. Their eyes are bleeding, bro. If you rub my eyes with sandpaper, blood, watching these men play. First touch is whack. Do you know what I'm saying? Ball control's whack. Awareness is whack. Everything. But man get in the box and just clear it, bruv. And score goals. And that's it, innit? So it's one of them ones where I get it, innit? Like, I understand. It just depends on how you interpret the ball. But a lot of the time, yeah, scoring a goal, bruv, the goal's big, innit? Let's be honest, bro. It's a big thing. When you're hitting a target of a man, a person that's moving, it's a lot harder, bro.
Yeah.
It's a lot harder. Now, I mean, if someone's running and someone gives you a gun and they'll say, yeah, shoot them. or man can have a gun and there's a car there and it's not moving. I'll say, yeah, hit the car, bro. Of course you're going to hit the car, blood. But you ain't hitting the running object, bro. And that's what it is, football. It's precision game. Do you know what I'm saying? So putting the ball with it for the goal ain't really that hard, which is why they say you should score penalties. Because they're like, how are you missing, bro? You're 11 yards out, and the goal's massive, innit? So 100%, I get it, bro. Bare tapping merchants, yeah, putting themselves in conversations they don't deserve to be in, bro.
I can't lie, I'm a right back, so I'm saying goals, man. Any goal a guy can get in Sunday League, I want it, man. Goals, there's nothing that replaces that feeling, man. I'd say goals, man. I agree with you, but it's a goals thing, man.
Yeah, 100%. And the crosses for assists with headed goals, that's techie because it depends. Sometimes someone's so good at heading the ball that they make half a chance, blood. You know them, man. Sometimes the cross is shit. I've seen sometimes the crosses behind, man, and man are diving and arching their neck and all spinning and it goes in. That's all on the striker. That's not on the cross. The cross was shit. A good cross means that, bruv, I don't even have to adjust my body shape, play it straight in front of man, just nod it down, goal, innit? So again, even with a cross, it's mad, bro. Not every cross, yeah, is an assist, bruv. Sometimes you're hindering, man, because the cross is dead.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? So when man are saying scoring's harder, yeah, coming from a striker, I'm telling you, scoring goals ain't that hard if the pass is good. If someone gives me a good chance, I'll back myself to score 9.9 times out of 10, bruv, if the pass is good. Do you know what I'm saying? But playing that weighted pass, way harder than scoring a goal, bruv. Do you know what I mean? If it was, everyone would be playing like Bergkamp if it was easy.
Yeah, I'm looking.
There's bare goal scorers, but how many creative players do you see like that in world football? You can't even count them on one hand. But there's bare man scoring goals. So what's harder? What's harder? Do you know what I mean? Because, bruv, if it's easier, there should be a lot more players like that.
It's not, well, tens are kind of going out the game, isn't it? Because I think with sports science and obviously everybody physically is a bit better now, they're relying on those physical attributes more than they used to. Whereas before, they was relying on their technical ability a bit more because no one was really blazing like Adama Traore down the wing. Do you know what I mean? No one was really moving like that. Yeah, we had quick players, but they weren't freaks of nature fitness-wise.
Yeah, 100%. No, I hear you. Do you know what I'm saying? Everyone's going to have their own opinion on this. Do you know what I'm saying? Man saying the hardest things. Yeah, obviously beating players are hard. Again, why? There's not a lot of players that can do that.
Consistently and well.
Consistently and well. Because it's very hard. Dribbling is one of the hardest arts in football. That's why I rate it so highly. Do you know what I mean? That's why I rate it so highly. When I see Sancho and that nutmegging man and that like real man here with families and kids and that, bro, it's not easy to do that.
Yeah.
Facts.
It's not easy to do that.
It's not.
And not easy to do that at all. Bruv. And the ability to do it as well.
This is it.
You know, like that. It's not very hard, bro. It's not very easy to do that, bro. That's why it's the most difficult skill. That's why I always praise flair players that are able to go past man consistently, because it's very hard to do, blood. It's very hard to do. But a weight of pass, a timing of pass, all of those things, bro, it's literally milliseconds and margins. There's so little time. There's a little margin for error with these passes, bro. There's a big margin for error with shooting. You could even shoot the ball straight at the goalkeeper and he can make a mistake and spill it. Yeah. Or the goalkeeper can get a hand on it and it'll still go in. How many times have you seen that? You slap it so hard, keeper gets a hand on it, still goes in. There's a lot more margin for error when shooting, bro, because the goalkeeper can make a mistake. With a pass, there ain't no margin for error, bro. There's no margin. Right. Know what I mean? And that's why when you see them goals, watch the Bergkamp Rants reacts that man seen the amount of times. He played one past the Vieira that was so good, yeah.
I saw that. I just saw it because I have it up on my other screen.
Yeah.
The pass
Vieira just literally, the ball almost beat the goalkeeper. It was so good. Yeah. Vieira literally just ran onto it. Yeah. Just touch it and boom. That's it. Because the pass took the goalkeeper out of the game. Yeah. You know what I mean? Them kind of passes of the ball, yeah. Bro, it's almost like they got a remote control, blood. Them things there, you can't teach that at all, bro. And there's very few players in the game that can ever pass the ball like that. People talk about Laudrup and these kind of players. These men that come, like Cesc, do you know what I mean? Like Xavi, like Iniesta, these men, bro. If it's so easy to pass the ball like that in the modern game, why aren't there players like that no more, bro? But they're man breaking goal scoring records, but man can't pass like that no more. How come every man can't pass like David Beckham now? Because fucking hard, bruv.
True.
You know, like that. When James Ward-Prowse is putting the ball in the top corner from free kicks and that, yeah, it's like, bro, why can't every bare man do that? Because it's precision, bro. It's hard. Because he's not trying to hit the target. He's hitting side nettings, bro.
Yeah.
To hit side nettings is practice, bro. It's hard, bro. You know, like that. So when man are like, oh yeah, when you get played through with a one-on-one, yeah, man say, oh, it's hard to score. But it's not really that hard. It's just that a lot of men get excited in front of goal and they bottle it, bruv. That's it. Honestly, it's not that hard. The goal's big. The goal's not small, blood. It don't matter how big the goalkeeper is. If you hit it low and hard, most of the time you'll probably score. Keeper can't get down. Keeper 6'4". For a man to get down in the corner, if you hit the bottom corner, you're going to score most of the time. And you don't even need to hit it hard either. But weight or pass, them things there, little dink balls over the top, man are seeing little mad passes, them De Bruyne things where he's cutting out 3 man with a pass and that. Not any man can do that. That's why man are saying De Bruyne's the best in the world, blood. Why? Because he's the only man you're seeing doing passes like that consistently. Yeah. If there was bare man doing it, there wouldn't be no debate, bro. When man are saying, oh, Lukaku's saying I'm top 5 strikers in the world, a certain man are saying, nah, this man's better than you. This man's better than you. And he scored more goals than the man that you're saying is better than him. So clearly scoring goals ain't that hard. Do you see what I'm saying? If scoring goals are so difficult and he's scored more goals than man, then he should be better than man straight away. There shouldn't be a debate.
Yeah. I'd love to see a little Dennis Bergkamp behind a little Danny Ings. Do you know how many goals Danny Ings?
Bruv, Danny Ings is scoring. Bruv, Danny Ings is a good finisher, though.
He would be pamming in goals with this brother
Ings
behind
is 30 when it comes to it, man. He's doing a decent season.
Ings is a good finisher, bro. He's a better finisher than a lot of men that have more goals than him. But guess what? You see the man that have more goals than Danny Ings, yeah, they get a lot more chances than Danny Ings. Do you know what I mean? Imagine if Danny Ings was running onto the balls that Werner was running onto. He's scoring them.
That chance that Kai had yesterday, though.
Bruv, I'll put my house on it, bro. Danny Ings is running onto the chances that I'm seeing some of these men missing. He's scoring. The difference is he's playing in a team that don't create as many chances. So the passer has to get more credit. The type of passes you get from better players is a higher quality of pass. CR7 was playing, yeah, with Ozil behind him, Di Maria behind him. When I done the flipping and Modric behind him, when I done the Modric Rants reacts, bruv, I'm just seeing bare assists for CR7. Bare. When I done the Ozil thing and he got taken down, bare assists for CR7. Man's getting perfectly weighted passes he's running onto and he's just slapping them in the net.
Yeah.
When you're playing for Sunderland and them teams, you're not getting that quality of service.
That's not even demanded of you. You know, yours is just a scumbag crossing to the box. And you don't make something happen.
You have to make something happen. You know, like that. That's why if you can bag goals for a shit team, you could bag goals for a top team. If Danny Ings was playing in a team like United or this, that, and the other, he'll bag goals, bruv. He'll bag them. So when man say scoring goals is the hardest thing, bro, legit, from someone who plays up front, I don't think so. Everything's on the pass. Everything's on the pass for me, bro. Because if you give me a perfectly weighted pass and I've only got to think about finishing, not bothered. When you play me a shit pass and I got to sort my feet out, make the chance for myself, and then get the shot off.
That's where the hard work gets into it.
That's where the hard work gets into it. You can make my life a lot easier by just give me a good pass.
Don't even have to break a sweat to get my goal bonus.
That's it. Give me a good pass, bro. You know what I mean? When man was playing Oba through, a man was just slotting it past the keeper, dinking the keeper and that. The reason why a man could dink keepers and that is because the weight of the pass is so good. I don't need to control it. I could just think about how I'm going to finish it, blood. When man are playing your thing and you got to sort your feet out, your balance is off, the keeper's rushing out at you, you got to do all of that. That's when finishing becomes hard. That's when finishing becomes hard, when other variables are in and it becomes unstable. But when it's just a simple one-on-one, got to get my head up and finish it. Most guys in the Prem are scoring those.
This is why Fabregas was so good, because Fabregas' weight of pass over the top was inch perfect. Everybody, you can play the ball over the top. The playing the ball in behind a defensive line, between the defensive line and the goalkeeper, and weighting it perfect is very difficult. Because if you overhit that, it's going to the goalkeeper. You underhit, it's going to the defender. You've got to lay it on a plate perfectly weighted. And Fabregas,
and to do that in a split second as well.
Yeah.
Just have one little half look and do it.
Yeah, you got to do it quick because they're trying to beat the offside trap. Fabregas used to weight those passes so well for Diego Costa in that season where we won the league, because he just weighted it and timed it perfectly. You got to weight the pass perfectly. You got to play the pass at the perfect time so it's not offside, because man's making his runs. You got to do it now. It's not something you can take your time with. It's a very, Fabregas was unbelievable for us with it, and we haven't really replaced Fabregas in terms of the passing. Yeah,
his passing's a joke. Absolute joke. I think people need to put more respect on the passes of the ball. Do you know what I mean? And look more at the actual game instead of just saying, oh, yeah, this guy's got bare assist stats.
It's running agenda.
Yeah, he's got bare assist stats. So, do you know what I mean? He's creative. He's not creative, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, even when you look at someone like Riyad Mahrez, he's a creative player, yeah, from out wide. That's why he doesn't score as many goals. But he probably doesn't have as many direct assists, yeah, as someone like a Salah or Mane or whatever, yeah. But he's more creative than them. He's a better passer. He's a better crosser of the ball. And his first instinct is to pass before shooting. But maybe he doesn't get into the same positions they get into. But that doesn't mean he's less creative or he's a worse passer than them, bruv.
I've just seen Bergkamp manipulate the ball, yeah. Not even move his body. The ball didn't even move. He's just moving his body. Just tapping it and then turns and then just clips it.
Yeah, clipped it outside of the foot, innit? Through to Lundberg or something.
Lundberg, number 8, running behind.
Yeah, Lundberg, outside of the foot. I remember that assist, bro. He's dragged it, he's held it, and then he's just flicked it outside of the foot. You see them kind of things there? You can't teach that to normal human beings, bruv. You can teach a normal human being, yeah, to put the ball in the goal, yeah, when man's played them through and they've got time and space. Especially if you've got pace as well, you afford yourself the extra time on the ball because you just leave the defender. The pass is everything for me. The pass is everything, bro. Man need to put more respect on the passes of the football, bruv. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, the goal scorers get a lot of the glory, but just because you get assists in the modern game, it doesn't mean you're a creative player, bro. Because we see it all the time, bro. Bare man are getting assists, yeah, and they can't pass. Not well, anyway. Do you know what I mean? And a lot of the time, the guy that does pass well plays the pass before the assist.
Yeah,
I just watch Ozil get a scumbag assist though. He took a free kick. That's why it was working. It was looking wavy, and then what's it? A free kick must have happened. The keeper spilled it, and someone tapped it. I was like, that got counted as an assist. Like, all right,
yeah, bruv. Listen, yeah, I remember Aston Villa game. I think someone pinged the ball into Ross Barkley, bruv, and he volleyed it across and someone scored, but someone played like an inch perfect pass. You man, let me know in the comments who it was. I can't remember who it was. They played like a 20-yard, like a drilled kind of ball into Barkley, and he's volleyed it first time across the ball. A man's volleyed it in, and that pass was so good that Barkley could just literally volley it across the goal first time. Them kind of passes there are way harder to play, yeah, then, oh, man's put me one-on-one, yeah, pick your corner. Like, the goal's wide, bruv. Anyone stood in the goal is big, blood.
Yeah.
It was David Luiz. Yeah, like, how hard is it, yeah, to ping it to a man on the edge of his toe, or to put the ball in something that's fucking wide like this, bro? Look at the margin for error when scoring a goal. I don't understand how people don't realize that. Yeah, there's a goalkeeper
These are the
in there.
kind of brothers that you need against low blocks. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
These are the kind of guys you need against low blocks, because when you got a defensive line or two defensive lines in front of you, you need someone who can do something out of nothing. And I'm not talking about spamming. I'm talking about actually creating a clear-cut opportunity. If you've got a bit of movement, you can make it happen. Because that's what I'm seeing with these clips. There's just a little bit of movement. This brother's
something
just
to hard work with.
Fam, he's just holding onto the ball until somebody moves. He's like, fam, I'm not giving nobody the ball until they make that move for me. And then as soon as they make the little feint, he's just clipping it over the top. He's just clipping it over. And this is what Barcelona used to do with Iniesta as well. When Barcelona used to come up against low blocks in their league, they used to just laugh, because Iniesta's just clipping it over, dinking it over, Xavi's just dinking it over, and you just need Dani Alves.
These men are playing 1-2s, yeah, with 3-4 men around them. And you see Barcelona, these men are calling for the ball with man around them. They don't respect no one. They're like, give it to me, bounce. Bounce.
Turn, gone.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Dani Alves making inverted runs, little clip over, pull back, goal.
Have you seen Dani Alves live? The man's a striker off the ball when his goal, he has it. It's mad.
Yeah.
Bro, Dani Alves, I love it from. He was crazy.
Know what I mean? And yo, Jordan, this is a good question, bro. Like, it was just a brilliant finish. It was a good pass, but the finish was harder than the pass. You get me? Because Rooney's floated it into space and RVP's running onto it. You know them one. So it's one of them ones.
Mad.
There's a bigger margin for error with the pass. It's still a good pass though. But the pass isn't an assist if RVP ain't got them techers. A normal striker would have had to bring that down. And then there's a player coming across, the chance is gone. Do you know what I mean? So that goal is 70% or 80% the strike, but the ball was still wavy.
The ball was, the ball was.
Do you know what? That's just a great goal. It's just a great
It's a good all-round move, man.
Yeah, Rooney made a great pass, but the finish was disgusting. Do you know what I mean? That finish was mad. You're taking, and he used to do that for Arsenal a few times. You're taking that first time, half volley, and he's still quite a way out, and you're hitting the corner as well. Crazy.
And that's what I mean. And he's right. Like the header he scored, the diving header as well. It was a great ball, but again, the ball kind of made up his mind to head it. Same with this volley. The ball made up RVP's mind, because the thing is, it's like if he tries to bring this down, the chance is gone because there was a player recovering there. Do you know what I'm saying? So if he didn't have the tech to execute that volley, they wouldn't have said it was a great pass. They said, yeah, it's a good ball, but he's still got loads to do. Do you know what I mean? So in them instances, because the pass was so beautiful, regardless, the pass was perfect for what RVP did.
Yeah.
But if he never had that in his locker, it's just an all right pass, innit?
He's gone.
Do you know what I'm saying? So obviously the credit has to go to the striker in those instances
where you need a lot of tech to score.
That's it. But a lot of the time, these strikers are scoring tap-ins, bruv. A man are loading them and calling them great finishes because they're scoring the same type of goal, one-on-one with the goalkeeper.
It's like, I use this example a lot. It's like Sterling at Manchester City. His part in that team when he scored loads of goals that season was to be at the back post and to end the move with the finish. Anybody could have been in that position. As you've seen this season, they can put any brother in the final part of the finishing of the move. Gundogan, anyone. They're not unbelievable finishers, but because the move is so well executed and the creators set up such clear opportunities, then it doesn't really matter who's at the end. As long as they understand that where they need to be, they can get loads of goals because chances will be great. That's
exactly it. When you look at Sterling's goals, if you don't know football, you'd think that he's a good finisher. And then you see how many he misses. Do you see what I'm saying? And what constitutes a good finisher is not how many goals they score. It's how difficult the goals are they score and the variety of goals they score. If you're scoring 30 one-on-one tap-ins a season, that don't mean you're a good finisher. That just means you got a very good supply line. That's what that means, bro. Do you know what I mean? When you look at someone like Thierry Henry, that was scoring every type of goal. Headers, volleys, half volleys, running past players, cutting inside.
Taking man on, everything. That's a finisher, bro. Man that's scoring one-on-one with the keeper, every time. That don't mean you're a good finisher. It don't. It just means you got a very good supply line. And you might have decent movement as well. Don't get me wrong.
Good composure.
But ultimately, the guy's got to find you with the pass, bruv. Henry was making goals on his own, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's what it is, bro. You know what I mean? Like, you man know, there might be some United fans in here. You remember Pogba's first season, how many assists he got robbed of? Because Zlatan and Matter and them man kept missing chances. I counted at least 20. You know, like that. And he's like, why aren't passes the most valuable players? Because of goal scorers. Bro, goal scorers wouldn't be nothing without passes of the ball, blood. Because when Lukaku was at Man United and he couldn't score, man was saying this because man weren't making chances for him. So, do you know what I mean? What came first, the chicken or the egg, bruv? What comes first, the passer or the goal scorer? The passer. So without me, there's no you, blood. Unless you're picking up the ball and running by yourself, blood. There ain't no players in this modern game that are good enough to do that.
Facts.
There ain't no R9s now picking up the ball and just moving, man. I mean, how many strikers now are picking up the ball? Prime Suarez used to do it, nutmeg man, slap it top corner. But how many of these strikers in today's game are picking up the ball and beating free man and scoring by themselves? They're very reliant on their supply line.
Yeah,
literally.
Very reliant on it. So before these strikers, it's the man passing them the ball, blood. Unless you're Leo Messi, innit? So to me, it's not even a debate. If you're creating loads and loads of chances as a football player, you can have any bog standard striker in front of you and they'll still score goals, bro. Like, man, is seeing Sterling scoring 30 goals a season for like 3 seasons in a row because of Kevin De Bruyne. So who's more valuable, Kevin De Bruyne or Sterling? Kevin De Bruyne. Goes without saying, innit? It goes without saying, bro. You know what I'm saying? What you man got coming up anyway, bruv, today? Obviously, United are playing today against Liverpool, blood. I know Matisse is going to be watching that eagerly, blood. Now I'm saying, see if we can give his team a supply line.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, I can only hope that you man take care of business. For me, I've got Pippa from AFTV and Joel Bayer coming on at 6. So that's 2 Arsenal fans there again. Do you know what I mean? I'm gonna just fam, I was planning a victory lap of honor, innit? Do you know what I mean? So I was expecting my team to do the thing, and then I just come and enjoy myself. But unfortunately, that's not taking place. So I'm just gonna just let them run riot on me, and then that's it. That's me done for the day. So yeah, stream at 6.
Yeah. But as for me, now I'm done for today, man. I done a stream just before I came online. So yeah, that's it really. I'm calm for today still. I'll probably tune into Matisse's thing and enjoy that one.
Yeah, trust me. Big up, man. You know what I'm saying? You make sure you follow the man them. You already know what it is.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? Man patterned up I got my own internet now, blood. So I should be good. Yesterday, my thing died. Man went to EE, patterned up a wavy router. So now my router's in my room here, blood. So now I should be good now for internet, blood. Man's paying through my ass for it, blood. Fucking unlimited. So I'm good now. So no more mishaps, bruv. That's why the watch along wasn't there last night. I was gonna do the watch along for the game. I heard, to be fair, the game was shit in it, so I didn't miss.
Yeah, you didn't miss much. Trust.
No, I'm saying, bruv. No, I'm saying. So now, man,
Game
big up everyone. Man should be back with unpopular opinions this afternoon, and then obviously we got the build up for this United Liverpool game, which I suspect is going to be boring. But do you know what I mean? We're gonna watch it anyway. I just feel like it's gonna be a draw in it. I feel like it's going to be a draw, probably
it's got like a 1-1 written all over it.
Yeah, 0-0 or 1-1, I think. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, it would just be one of them things, bruv. But yeah, we're back, people. We're active.